Hey, what's up guys? Devil Dog Gamer here. Welcome to another Fucked Up Fridays. And this week I got a funny story. It's kind of one of those dumbass fucking moments in my life where I was just like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, honestly. But after that story, I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with YouTube. As a lot of you know, it's been a little over a year since I've been on YouTube now. The channel has grown leaps and bounds, and just want to talk a little bit about what I've learned and what I expect in the future, I should say. Anyways, so this story, just got back from the Marines, and you know, I'm home having a good time. I mean, whatever, didn't give a care in the world. My sister was dating this guy. He was actually a really cool guy. I liked him a lot. They had some problems, didn't end up staying together. It was kind of a shame because I always considered him like a brother to me. Like, he was really pretty much same last name as me. You know, he was pretty much my brother. Like, I still talk to the guy. He went into the army, just got back from Afghanistan and stuff, and you know, me and him bullshit. I mean, you know, once you've been to war, you can really relate to a person. Like, you really can sit there and talk for hours about shit that no one else will understand, ever. And, you know, I really like that connection with people. So anyways, he was staying at a friend's house down the street from ours. So I would go over there and hang out with him and stuff, and you know, my sister would go hang out with him. And there was this one night where people he was staying at the house, they were gone, and he wasn't really allowed to have anybody over, but I went over there anyways with my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, yeah, okay. Well, he had hurt his foot, so he had crutches, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you flip the crutches over and you stand on where you're supposed to put your hands and you hold the bottom of the crutches, you can walk on them like stilts. So I'm running around the house walking on like stilts. I'm like all over the place. Everyone's dying laughing because it looks fucking hilarious. And I'm just having a grand old time. Well, they had this big fucking glass end table. I mean, it was like really nice total glass end table. So I'm going through the kitchen, the tile kitchen, as fast as I can, and I fucking lose my grip on one of the things, and it just comes down like a fucking tree and goes right through the glass table, and like literally glass just goes everywhere. And I remember him sitting on the couch and just like glass showering him, and he just puts his head in his hand and fucking like freaks the fuck out. He's like, oh my god. And I'm like, oh shit. So I eat shit, I fall, I got glass stuck in my arm and shit, and like all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, oh fuck. And you gotta love the campers up here. So I got glass stuck in my arm. I'm like, oh fuck my life. I'm like, oh no. So he's like, oh no, they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kick me out of here. And I'm like, dude, don't worry, I'll take blame. I was like, I'll fix this, man. I ain't leaving you hanging. Like, I don't leave people hanging. When I do something fucked up and wrong, I take the blame for it. That's just me. So it takes us like an hour to get all this glass. I mean, it's everywhere. In the couch, in the fucking, like, under the couch, like, all over the goddamn place. It's ridiculous. So get all this glass cleaned up. And the people's house he was staying at were friends of my parents. So I call them up and I'm like, hey, you know, I didn't tell them exactly what happened, but I'm like, alright. You know, I fell through your glass table. They're like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, fine. A little cut up, but whatever. And I was like, I'll replace it. And they're like, alright, I don't know how you're going to replace it, because, I mean, it was like the special piece of glass. I'm like, oh, I'll replace it. So I found this place that sells glass. And I went there and I told them, you know, the size of it, how thick it was and everything. And they're like, okay, we can do that for you. It's going to be $120. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I literally shit a brick. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was just out of the Marines. I didn't have a job. Like, I was just fucking chilling, you know. I still had a little, you know, a good bit of money left over from deployment and, you know, just what I mean, in the Marines, you don't spend money. You spend it on, like, pizza and beer and strippers. That's about it. So I had a little bit of money saved up, and I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous. So I'm like, fucking, god damn it. I gotta spend all this money on this glass. Ended up buying it for him and fucking, got it replaced, and you know, it didn't look exactly the same, but like to this day, if like anybody ever has crutches and he's around, he'll just start dying laughing because he just remembers just watching the glass shower all over the place and me just like fucking eat shit on the ground with glass sticking out of my arm and shit. And it was funny because, like, I had this one piece of glass. I should have gotten stitches for it, but I'm a fucking baller. I don't like getting stitches and shit. Like, I fucking, huge piece of glass. I pulled it out of my arm, blood fucking everywhere, and I fucking held it down, pressured it for a minute, and then I took a Band-Aid, and I fucking pulled my skin together with it and fucking band-aided it down, and that was my stitches. I'm not, you know, I don't like doctors. I don't like fucking going to the hospital. I'll fix myself if I have to. I'm a fucking Marine. I fucking patch my own damn self up. And you know, speaking of that, I'll tell that on another fucked up Friday. I have some fucking scars from me self-patching myself. We'll do that. We'll talk about that next week. I totally forgot about that story. I don't know how I didn't see that guy. Damn, now that I watch the footage, fuck. That dude's like right there. Oh, and he's dead. Okay, that was weird. But anyways, that's my story about how I spent way too much money breaking a glass table. Dumb shit like that. I don't know. I'm a klutz sometimes, but whatever. I shouldn't have been walking on crutches like that. But if you do have crutches, try it out. Try walking like that. Just make sure there's nothing around you. It's fucking awesome. It's hilarious. You'll make people fucking piss themselves laughing. But anyways, 1 year on YouTube. And, you know, it's been funny because I started all this as like a hobby. And, you know, I just thought it was something fun. Like, I always had some, like, really cool gameplay. I remember I started out because I would watch Call of Duty footage. I should have just tomahawked that dude. And I was like, oh, I could get some cool Call of Duty stuff. And Battlefield 3 is coming out. So I was like, yeah. So I bought a capture card, started playing with it. And posting footage. And I was like, oh, I'll tell stories about my time in the Marines. So I started Marine Corps Monday. And then things started picking up. I had, you know, 100, 200 subscribers. Then it got to 1,000. And slowly went from there. I think I got up to like maybe 2,000. And then DayZ came out. And I was already playing Arma 2. I'd already put up a lot of Arma 2 footage. I was playing with the guys from UO, just like all vets and like a huge milsim community. And so I'm playing with all of them and stuff. And they all of a sudden Rocket releases DayZ, and it was pretty much only us in the community knew about it. So we started playing it, and it was really great when it was only the DayZ or the Arma 2 community playing. I mean, everyone's friendly. Like we had a few firefights. Most people were like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, "Hey, you know, I got a shotgun." You know, like everyone's like, "Oh my god, a shotgun," and stuff. You know, and it was a lot of fun. And started posting footage of that, and the rest is fucking history. You know, next thing I know, fucking 30,000 subscribers and fucking pushing 6 million views. And I've learned a lot since then. I learned you can't please everybody. You're always gonna have haters. There's no point arguing because you ain't gonna change somebody. I've learned that a lot of people, the internet is you know, I never really was one for like 4chan and any of that stuff, so I never really dealt with trolls. I've learned that people on the internet's a faceless medium. You have no face. Nobody knows who you are. You're just a name. And I think that brings out the worst in people, because people know they can get away with stuff and get away with, you know, talking to people certain ways and stuff. And, you know, I always look at some of these comments and what people say, and I'm like, if somebody were to say that to me in real life, I would literally fucking beat the shit out of them, like, in a heartbeat. And I guess it's the internet for you. I mean, people just, I don't know, I think it brings out the worst in people. And, you know, some of the stuff that I see on YouTube, I lose faith in humanity. I mean, some of the shit is just so stupid, and people are just so stupid sometimes that it's just like, how do you function? How do you fucking not piss your pants and shit your pants every day? I mean, how do you even go to the bathroom? You have no common sense whatsoever. And started losing faith on humanity because of that. And I fuck up real bad here, yeah. Stupid. Nice job, devil. But I've also learned that there's a lot of money-hungry, grubby fucking people out there that either want to milk off your success or exploit it. And I'm not one to do that. I mean, I told you guys in the beginning, I'm not in this for the money. I mean, sure, I make money. Whoop-de-doo. It's not more than I make at my job. It's not enough for me to live on. I can't do this full-time. The only people who do this full-time are the people who don't have bills to pay. The guys who are like 40, 50,000 subscribers that have, you know, that do it full-time and post all this awesome content because all they do is play and edit videos all day long. Those are the guys who have no fucking rent, no fucking car payments, no insurance, no credit card bills. This isn't a lot of money, guys. I've had you know, almost a 2 million view month. I've seen what kind of money they get. It's not a lot. It's not a lot to live on. The guys who do this full time have nothing to their name that they have to really do. They just can sit at home and just, you know, use that check to buy video games and shit. I'm telling you, it's not a lot of money. there is no future. I mean, if you're somebody like PewDiePie or whatever his name is, and you're getting like fucking like 5-6 million views a month, yeah, you can live off of it. Yeah, you're gonna be able to live off it, definitely, and then some. But the guys who get 1 million, 2 million views a month, you can't pay your bills with it. You're not gonna be able to live. You're not gonna be able to afford a mortgage. Woody's gamer tag, I guarantee, I know how much he's making. I mean, he's making a shit ton of money, and I know he said in his videos that he has a job and all this stuff, and you know, it's not, you know, and it's funny because a lot of people were like, when I watch videos and people were like, oh, it's not for the money, it's not for the money, I'm calling bullshit on it, because they do a lot of this shit for the money. Those are the guys who are pushing to get those millions of views and shit, and they're doing it all for the money. You can make some good money on here, but personally, the effort's not really worth it. You could go out there, get a job, and make fucking 10 times more than you do here. And I just do this for fun. I mean, whatever. It's just drinking money to me. Money to give back for stuff. I'm still trying to build that computer for you guys for Christmas, but I mean, I got a New York trip coming up. I don't know if I'm going to have enough funds, because the YouTube money doesn't really cover it. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough funds to actually build this computer. I'm trying. I got a few pieces for it, but yeah, we'll see. But anyways, you know, on to other people, other subscribers. There are a lot of other channels out there that I'm not gonna name the channels, but I know which ones they are, that do exploit their subscribers. They get them to spend a retarded amount of money on stuff they shouldn't to benefit the actual channel, to benefit the person. And I think that's wrong. I mean, you guys sit here and have to watch all these videos and all this stuff and put up with it, and to exploit you like that, it's not cool. I'm not gonna tell you to go spend money on stuff that you don't need just to benefit me. I'm not gonna tell you guys to do that shit. Your money is your money. But there are a lot of channels out there that exploit. I'm not gonna say which ones. I know which ones. I know what they do. But I don't feel like getting into a fucking huge deal over it. But some of the shit they do is pretty fucking cheese dicky. I gotta say, this is fucking awesome. I almost get them all. Kaboom. But anyways, so yeah, that's about it. I mean, you know, YouTube's a weird mistress. Definitely a little weird mistress, but I've enjoyed the ride so far. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've had my haters, I've had my fucking naysayers, and the only thing I say about that is I don't give a fuck. I mean, it's one of those things that if people were to try to say some of this shit to me in real life, they wouldn't be able to find the words, honestly. They'd be like, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty big dude, you guys know me. I'm a no bullshit type of person. Hell, when people fucking cut me off and shit, I'm fucking yelling, screaming. I can only imagine what I'd do if somebody was like, oh, you fucking suck, shit like that. I'd be like, well, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking beat your teeth in, like, I swear to God. But anyways, I'm still trying to get Mrs. Devil Dog to fucking do a video. She's on the fence about it. If not, I'll just do another question and answers or whatever, but you know the deal. Alright guys, but this round's coming to an end. I got War Z coming up soon. I know you guys are like, oh, War Z, give it a chance. I mean, it's a cool game. It looks pretty cool. But anyways, we're at the end here. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me how much I rock. Talk to you guys later. Peace.